traffic flow theory, network optimization, and driver behavior and safety studies.
Thank you, sir, for the introduction. Now, I invite our distinguished speaker to deliver the talk. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, Aathira, you are audible.
Okay. So I will share the screen. Shall I start the presentation?
Yes, please.
Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. I'm presenting here a topic that is part of my PhD thesis, the link cost function and link capacity for mixed traffic networks. So, starting with the introduction of sorry, just a second.
Dr. Aathira, we couldn't hear you now.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible now.
Okay. I'll continue. So starting with the introduction of understanding what is meant by mixed traffic networks. So mixed traffic in developing countries consist of different vehicle types like fast and slow moving vehicles, light and heavy vehicles, and motorized and non-motorized vehicles. The traffic conditions will have certain unique characteristics like lane-free movement of vehicles, which leads to high maneuverability of two-wheelers, friction between different vehicles, and some space going unutilized due to the varying size and speed of different vehicle types. Also, the complex driving behavior will lead to a large range of operating speeds and sometimes moving bottlenecks in the traffic stream. These features of mixed traffic adversely affect the flow in a network. That is, they result in suboptimal throughput, increased delay experienced by the travelers, and reduced utilization of available road capacity. They also lead to several environmental and safety concerns. Therefore, it is important to address the ill effects of heterogeneity as determining the flow patterns in a network with certainty becomes complicated due to these features of mixed traffic. In this regard, a solution could be traffic assignment models and network analysis methods that can incorporate heterogeneity to determine the flow in a mixed traffic network, considering the flow and characteristics of different vehicle classes. So now, how can we incorporate these mixed traffic features into traffic assignment modeling? For this, we are considering the link functions. That are the link cost and capacity functions, which are the major inputs in traffic assignment models, which is required to compute the link flows in a network. So we can develop functions that are suitable for mixed traffic conditions, that are link cost functions and a variable link capacity, which can be suitable for a mixed traffic network. So defining a link cost function, it is a relationship between the mean travel time and traffic flow per unit time on a link. And link capacity is the maximum allowable vehicle traffic flow under steady state condition. And traffic flow on a link is restricted to this capacity to determine the flow in a network. So the state-of-art practices include several popular link cost functions and a constant link capacity, which is used in the traffic assignment modeling. So popular link cost functions used in the literature and practice include the Bureau of Public Roads function, Davidson function, conical delay function, etc. And among all this, the most commonly used one is the BPR function. So this is defined by the travel time on a link is given as a function of the free flow travel time, the flow on the link, and the capacity of the link. And alpha and beta are two constant coefficients which are calibrated. So here, the simple mathematical form, fewer and easily field observable inputs, and reasonable performance are some of the reasons for its popular acceptance. And in case of the link capacity, a constant value is used, which is defined at a steady state condition, depending upon the type of the road and number of lanes. However, these concepts have some limitations. Several literature has also given some limitations of the BPR functions, like it may be only suitable for traffic flow that is below the capacity, and moreover, the intersection delay caused due to a traffic signal or delay at unsignalized intersection is not considered in this function, and none of the variations of the BPR function that has been developed can describe the characteristics of a mixed traffic. And in case of a link capacity, a constant value is used, but when it comes to a mixed traffic condition, it should depend upon the vehicle composition or the characteristics of different vehicle classes. And the constant value may be ideal for a homogeneous traffic, but it is suboptimal for a heterogeneous traffic. And moreover, the influence of signal at a downstream of a link in a network is not considered when a constant capacity value is used. Therefore, we developed the link functions, that is link cost and capacity functions, that are suitable for mixed traffic conditions, considering the different vehicle classes and their characteristics. So for this, first going to the development of link cost function, the link cost function is developed as two parts, that is travel time on the link and the average delay at signalized intersection. So the travel time on the link, that is the first part, is defined as the time taken to traverse the link of length L at steady state traffic flow Q, that is the length of the link divided by the speed of the string. And now to calculate the second part, that is the intersection delay, the kinematic wave theory is used. So to capture the features of real world mixed traffic conditions, the shock wave analysis involving the parameters of a generic polynomial fundamental diagram is used to derive the intersection delay. Now, coming to the fundamental diagram and the shock wave diagram shown here. So consider a road section, a link of the road with traffic signal at downstream. So this is the corresponding shock wave diagram shown as per the change in traffic signals, and the fundamental diagram shows the different traffic states. Now, assume that traffic flow at this road is Q, and the traffic signal at the downstream intersection has a cycle length of C and red duration R and green duration G. So the first plot, this shows the trajectory of a vehicle which passes through the intersection during the green time. So here it has a traffic state of A, that is at flow Q. Now, when the signal turns red, the vehicles will start slowing down at the stop line, and they stop at the stop line. At this time, the state immediate to the upstream of the stop line is 0. There is no vehicle and the flow is 0. And downstream of the stop line, the vehicles stop and form the queue. And here the traffic state is will correspond to the jam density, and the flow will be 0. So here there is a change of state of flow from A to B, and due to this change of state, a backward shock wave is formed that is represented with S. Now again, after the red duration, when the signal again turns green, the vehicles start moving. The vehicles start moving, and it flows, and the flow will be a saturation flow, and after a particular point, the flow will come back to the point A. So the effect of the Q form during the red duration is seen till the point where the last vehicle in the queue crosses the stop line. That is this till this point. So the effect of Q can be seen between the time T2 and T1, that same as the horizontal distance shown here, that is the three parameters shown, some of the three parameters shown here. So the delay at the signalized intersection can be defined as the average delay experienced by all the vehicles impacted during this red duration. The effect of red duration, as said, is felt by all vehicles that join the queue during the period T2 minus T1. So during the red interval, now we can say that during the red interval, the average delay incurred by a vehicle is R by 2, that is a red duration by 2, whereas during the green phase, the average delay will be 0. Therefore, during the entire cycle, the average delay incurred by the vehicle at signalized intersection will be a weighted average of delay incurred during the red phase and the green phase. Therefore, the average delay is given as the duration T2 minus T1 divided by the cycle length into R by 2. Here, each terms are explained here. R gives the red duration and C gives the cycle time. So, so the average intersection delay can be written as T2 minus T1 can be written in this form from the figure divided by cycle length into R by 2. And here the L denotes the length of the queue formed at the intersection. And length of the queue can be determined from the shock wave diagram and using the fundamental diagram. And therefore, the total travel time on link will be the sum of the travel time on link, that is the first term plus the intersection delay. Therefore, here we can see this total travel time is a function of link geometry, that is the link length, and the number of lanes will also come into picture. The cycle settings, that is the cycle time and red time of the traffic signal at the downstream intersection, and the basic fundamental flow parameters. So these fundamental flow parameters, if measured for a mixed traffic condition, they will incorporate the features of these mixed traffic into the link functions. And if this particular link function is used in a traffic assignment model, replacing the conventional function, it will be suitable for a mixed traffic condition. So here, these are the shock wave, slope of the shock wave and the length of the queue, the equations that is required in this equation for the total travel time. So next, coming to the development of link capacity. So the link capacity is here in this concept is defined as the maximum flow allowed on a link that limits the queue spillback, that is the spillback which occurs due to the red signal within the link. Thus, each link, according to this concept, and the corresponding downstream intersection will act as an independent building block of the traffic network, and it will not be influenced by traffic conditions in the downstream link. So based on this rationalization, the link capacity is given in the form of this expression, and this is obtained from the equation for Q length. And here the Q length small l will be replaced by the length of the link. That is, the maximum Q length allowed on a link will be up to the length of the link. So similar to the link cost function, this also depends upon the traffic flow parameters and the link geometry, and the red duration, which will represent the traffic signal settings at the downstream intersections. So here we have developed the link cost and link cost function and a variable link capacity for that is suitable for mixed traffic conditions. So to make it suitable for mixed traffic conditions, the parameters which are used here are the link geometry, the signal settings, and the fundamental diagram parameters, that is speed, flow, and density, which will represent the mixed traffic flow. So the data required for using these functions in a traffic assignment modeling. So first of all, since we are considering mixed traffic condition, we need the composition of the traffic, that is different vehicle types that are used, and the signal settings, that is the red duration and cycle time of the signal at the downstream of the intersection. So here I'm showing an example of a downstream section. This is a stop line and we have a signal here. And this is a downstream section that has been used for the field measurement of the parameters that are required in the link cost function. So here what happens is if we consider a signalized intersection at AA dash, and this is the upstream approach shown in the figure. And when signal turns red, the vehicles accumulate and fill the area between AA dash and BB dash. And when the traffic signal turns green again, the vehicles begin to leave the stop line AA dash, and a Q relieving wave will be formed. So based on these Q relieving waves formed and this section, the parameters that are flow parameters that are required in the link cost function can be measured. So coming to the calculation of how these traffic flow parameters can be calculated. First, coming to the saturation flow required. So oblique plots are used to calculate the saturation flow in each cycle. So using the timestamp of all vehicle class data extracted at A dash, a cumulative count curve is plotted, which represents the cumulative number of vehicles crossing the reference line AA dash. And the other plot gives the oblique plot that represents the deviation from the mean flow, which is derived using the cumulative number minus the Q0 into T, where Q0 represents the average flow during the study period. So the positive slopes in this oblique plot represents the flow during the green period. So saturation flow here is calculated as the S0 plus Q0, that is, which represents the average slope during the saturation flow duration, and Q0 is the average background flow. So saturation flow will be given in vehicles per hour if this is divided by 3,600. And next, we can calculate the jam density and wave speed using this same data. So jam density is calculated as the total number of vehicles per kilometer occupying this given section between AA dash and BB dash when the entire length is filled with vehicles and are at stop condition. And for the wave speed, the time taken T1 by the shock wave to reach the reference line BB dash after the signal turns green is measured in each cycle. and the length of the section divided by this time will give the wave speed for each cycle. So this way we have the traffic composition at each the link and the downstream intersection, the signal setting information, that is the red duration and cycle time length, and third is the traffic flow parameters, that is mainly the jam density, wave speed, and saturation flow. So this gives a sample data of the parameters that were calculated at 7 cycles of an intersection in Chennai. So this data was used for the validation of the cost functions that were developed. So next, going to the validation. So the traffic flow parameters were measured as explained now, and those values and the conventional functions have been used for the validation of each function, that is cost function and the capacity function. So first is we'll look into the validation of link cost function. So the proposed models are validated using the empirical data and the traditional function. So the fundamental diagram parameters and the link travel time, the field observer link travel time in the proposed function are estimated from the field measurement methods. And for validation, the link cost function estimated is validated using the empirical travel time, and it is compared with the conventional functions. So for the conventional travel time, we have considered the sum of the calibrated BPR travel time plus the HCM delay, since the intersection delay is not considered in the BPR travel time. So it is observed that the travel time obtained from the new link cost function developed for mixed traffic match much more closely to the field observer values compared to the conventional function as seen here. In the next step, the two terms of the proposed link function, that is the link travel time plus the intersection delay, that the two are evaluated separately. The first one is compared with the BPR function, and second term is compared with the HCM delay model. So the link travel time from the proposed model are very observed to be very close to the BPR travel time, and the HCM delay model consistently underestimated the delay compared to the proposed intersection delay. Next, the link capacity functions are also validated using the empirical data or the field observed data. So the link capacity is estimated from the field using the N curves, and it is observed that here we can see that in the field observed data itself, the capacity values vary significantly across the signal cycles, depending upon the vehicle composition observed during each cycle. So this confirms that a constant link capacity is not suitable for a mixed traffic network. And then it is used to validate the proposed link capacity values for each cycle, and the high errors were observed, and this may be due to the small link length that was considered, which may have resulted in the error for the parameters, that is jam density and saturation flow. So this way, the two functions have been validated using the field measured data and compared with the conventional function. So in case of the link capacity, traditionally a constant value is used. So coming to the conclusion, so we can observe that the proposed link cost function is comparable to the empirical travel time, that is the field observed values. The analytical and BPR travel times are very similar. However, the intersection delay are not comparable, and analytical and HCM delay are significantly different. And in case of proposed link capacity, it is consistently lower than the measured link capacity, and high error may be due to two-wheeler seepage and the small link length that was considered and small duration of the measurement. So the proposed link cost function considers the link travel time and the intersection delay, unlike the conventional functions which do not consider the effect of signal settings. And shockwave theory has been used to consider the evolution of Q at signalized intersections. And variable link capacity has been proposed, which will result in traffic assignment without a skew spillback on links. And also a constant value conventionally used is not suitable for a mixed traffic network, and therefore a variable link capacity should be used. And the link functions that are developed here perform better than the traditional functions according to the validation and analysis performed. And the functions are the link functions, link cost and capacity functions are functions of the link length, that is the geometry, the vehicle composition, that is the vehicle compositions will come into picture by using the flow parameters and the signal settings, that is the red duration and cycle durations. Therefore, this opens door for accurate traffic assignment in mixed traffic networks. Therefore, now these link cost and capacity functions can be used as input in the traffic assignment modeling to determine the flow in a network. So the link cost function will replace the conventional BPR function, and when considering a constraint of constraint of limiting the link flow to a constant capacity as the conventional traffic assignment modeling, instead of that, we'll have a constraint, that is the link flow on a network will limit to a variable link capacity that will be the function of the vehicle composition. Thank you. Hello.
Thank you, ma'am. That was an enlightening talk. Now the forum is open for discussion.
Hello,
Hello.
Aathira K, this is Arun Chandran from NATPAC.
Hello, sir.
It's a good presentation, and my question is, have you tried with this in any kind of planning software and compared with the actual compared with the BPR value, BPR function values and the link cost function that you estimated? Have you tried it in any kind of planning software for any CNBs or CTTS?
I have to compare with the BPR function. I had calibrated the BPR function using the field observed travel time data, and I have compared it, and as I have shown the validation results, that comparison was carried out. And other than that, I have used these functions, the link cost function and the variable link capacity in traffic assignment for mixed traffic. That is the multi-class traffic assignment model was developed for the segregation of vehicles, that is considering different vehicle types, that is 3 vehicle types mainly, 2-wheelers, 4-wheelers and trucks, and they were routed separately in the network. So for this purpose, the link functions were used. So the software particularly was used for optimization. The optimization software, that is the GAN software, was used in which these functions have been used.
Okay. Yeah. And what about this alpha and beta parameters? How what are the ranges normally we observe?
Sorry, which parameters?
That for the BPR functions you shown two calibration alpha and beta, no?
Yes, sir. Alpha,
What are the ranges
the
that normal?
um the values obtained. Sorry, I don't remember the values. It was not same as 0.15 and 4. There was small difference. A small difference, not very high variation. A small difference was there.
Okay. Thank you.
Aathira, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm Sanjay. So it was nice hearing from you. I need some kind of clarifications. So you said ultimately you are going to have the capacity to be expressed as vehicles per hour in terms of PCU per hour. So how, because you yourself are telling like this is applicable for mixed traffic conditions. So how that can be calculated? Like we have the mixed traffic and expressing in vehicles per hour.
Yes, actually not in PCU per hour. When using these functions, we are considering the flow in vehicles per hour. That is the flow of each vehicle type has been considered separately. So in PCU per hour, we have the factor for each vehicle type and we add up the flow and we get one particular value in PCU per hour. But here, the traffic assignment modeling, what I have done is the flow, the each vehicle type is routed separately. So in solution, we get the flow of each vehicle type separately in vehicles per hour. So PCU per hour is not considered.
My doubt is like, are we in a position to take it like a vehicles per hour? Because since we are talking of traffic assignment, and so considering it in vehicle per hour will do, or we need to convert it into PC per hour? Since it's a mixed traffic scenario.
Yes, sir. So in this case, when we are considering vehicle per hour, as said, we are getting the flow separately if we consider a particular link, if we have two-wheelers and four-wheelers on that link, we will get the flow of two-wheelers and four-wheelers separately on that link. So the input, OD flow input should be also in that form. We should have the OD flow input of each vehicle type also separately.
And one more thing, because the error was varying even up to 45% from the predicted value and what you trained on.
Capacity, yes.
So would you like to have any cutoff for the maximum error purpose?
So for the link capacity,
The error values which you showed, right, between the predicted value and the observed value, it was going up to 45%. Right, if I remember correctly. So would you like to have any maximum cutoff for this one, error, permissible error? Because what would be the acceptable value now? If we are going with the model which you have developed, so there should be some kind of cutoff value. So any recommendations for that?
I've not performed any analytical analysis to determine a cutoff value. I cannot exactly say a cutoff value for now, but since we can, when we did a field measurement for capacity, we have seen that constant value cannot be, it's not suitable for mixed traffic. So even if we are observing a error, I can say it's less than 50%, but still it's a high error we are observing, but it will be better than a constant value that is used.
Okay, then bye. All those.
Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Aathira, this is Praveen from NATPAC. So it was a nice presentation. Like,
Thank you,
I'd
sir.
like, I'd like to, I have some clarification. Like in this slide, when comparing the capacity, you have compared with respect to the cycle values, right? So is it
Cycle.
that have you observed anything related to composition? Because the capacity, the error is varying. Fine. I'd like to know whether you had plotted for each cycle the chalk wave, and based on that you are gone in for developing the model, or is it that it's an average value you had gone in?
No.
Because it was is it specific to anything regarding to the composition effect? Because I think in the slide 13 I could see the composition was varying for 2 years up to around 90%, right? So is there any influence of a typical vehicle category, if it is going on high on composition, this error is varying or something like that? Have you done any analysis on that front?
The capacity, the field observed capacity has been measured separately for each cycle. So that is depending upon the traffic composition of each cycle. So a particular analysis was not carried out to see if a particular vehicle class has an effect on this varying capacity. But as we can see, the two-wheelers and four-wheelers are having the higher percentage in the composition. So that is which will be affecting the capacity, which will have more influence of on capacity on a link.
Yeah, thing is, like, what I was wondering is like in this slide you can it was seen that around in cycle 7 it was around 90% of two-wheelers, whereas four-wheelers were only around 4%, and also the cycle time is also being varied. So I think so multiple combination is coming up. So okay, you had considered like both the cycle time and composition, but was there any sensitivity analysis done in this front?
No, sensitivity analysis was not carried out.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Okay, Dr. Aathira, there is a question put up in the chat box. I'll read out. How does this approach accommodate for the mixed traffic characteristics such as gap filling or space seeking behavior? From Karthik.
Yes. So these functions come out to be the functions are have the traffic flow parameters, like that is jam density, wave speed, and speed of the traffic, and saturation flow. That is, it is depending upon the traffic state at that link and the intersection. So this should account for the gap filling or space seeking behavior. So if a particular two-wheelers, if they have a gap filling or space seeking behavior, they come in front of the queue. So according to this, the jam density and the wave speed will differ, because according to that, the queue relieving pattern will also change. So these traffic flow parameters will have these characteristics in that link cost function. Is that okay? Are you satisfied? Should I explain?
Dr. Karthika, I think if there is any further question, you can unmute yourself and ask me. If it's, I think it's the answer is okay for Karthika. I think this might have clarified the question from Karthika's side. Yeah. Yeah, there is one more question from Karthika. Okay, as she is unable to unmute, she has put up in the chat box. The Q relieving parameters are then specific to each vehicle class. So, is this function extended to multiple classes?
So if we consider, for example, if we consider this shockwave diagram, when the Q relieves, that is, I'm not sure what she meant by it is vehicle class specific. Like we have a mixed traffic, although the two-wheelers will come in front, and they have a tendency to come in front during this red signal, and when the signal turns green, the vehicles in front, they will the queue is relieved and there will be a saturation flow. So this saturation flow will depend upon the mixed traffic. So it will depend upon the speed of two-wheelers and all other vehicles. So the queue relieving, what we are considered, so here the queue length, what we consider is, it has the traffic flow parameters, that is the traffic state. So the traffic flow parameters will be for the mixed traffic and not for each vehicle specific. What we will be using. The traffic flow parameters can be a function of the traffic composition. So, okay, thank you.
Hello. Hello, is it audible?
Yes, hi, hello.
I'm Aathira.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
I have a doubt that providing a constant value as PCU is not okay. That's okay. And what is about the concept dynamic PCU? Can you comment on it? Providing a dynamic PCU what is the difference by providing dynamic PCU and doing the capacity analysis? And what is it different from the value or the methodology you have arrived from this thesis?
Okay, here actually in the link capacity, what here we have derived is based on the concept that the queue on a link should not go beyond the length of the link. So the queue should be, the maximum queue allowed will be equal to the length of the link, that is there will be no spillback. And this way we define the capacity. So we are treating that link and the intersection, the downstream intersection, as one unit, and the other intersection or link will not have an effect on the capacity of this link. The flow on other link or intersection will not have a effect on this link. So according to that, the link capacity, the expression for link capacity is given. So here, when we use the shock wave, the kinematic wave theory, so the fundamental diagram parameters coming to picture. That is the main difference. The fundamental diagram parameters will give the traffic state of that particular intersection and the link considered. So it will have the flow, speed, and capacity based on the what is the traffic state. So if it's this is a mixed traffic condition, according to that, the flow parameters will be used. The link capacity depends upon the link length, these flow parameters, and the signal settings. So these three different parameters have been used in this link capacity. That is the main difference. Hello. Hello?
Hello. Okay, okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Aathira, this is Samson. Uh, yeah, this is Samson here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. That was a very good presentation. Very very
Thank you, sir.
a lot of the research theoretical component. Now I have one. This one you have taken this data from that test track or from where you have taken?
Sir, the signalized intersection in Chennai. I
Okay.
considered 3 different intersections in Chennai.
Okay. You had
Video
taken,
data was collected.
you have taken videos separately or?
The video data was collected, and from that the parameters were extracted.
No. My question is you know that one in Kerala we have this intersections we have installed CCTV cameras, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, whether that data can be used for any to improve your model, what is your suggestion on that one?
Okay, sir.
So you have done that one for a one time, whether because maybe for different conditions, different intersections, situations. Suppose if you have a mechanism to get the data through this CCTV or other the cameras, whether is it possible that whether you can do that one through your model or to suggest more practical oriented or field implementation type so.
Yes, sir.
So probably you can think. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. So the data was collected using the cameras that have been already installed at intersections. So similarly, if we have as we have CCTV cameras at intersections in Kerala, so the cameras, I believe that the stop line and the link up to a particular at least 100 meter or 150 meter length of that upstream link is visible. Such data, if we can obtain, so the same procedure can be used to get these parameters, and the functions can be further validated using more data. And these functions can be used.
Okay. Just think that one, probably that can be an added, probably government has invested so much money and we have 1,000+ cameras are located across the city and our road network. How best we can do that one, improve that, maybe the Kerala can be a different a situation, not like Chennai. It is you have the different terrains and other things and all. No.
Yeah.
Okay, how to incorporate that link parameters the gradient or the curve and other things are there.
Yes, sir.
So just think probably that can be added.
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay, this one to your basic concept. Good, very good. It was a nice presentation. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite Dr. Anila Cyril, Junior Scientist, to propose the vote of thanks.
Esteemed colleagues, distinguished guests, and dear friends, it is my honor and privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude on behalf of NATPAC family and the entire organizing committee of the TransPedia Research Talk series. We have been immensely fortunate today to have Dr. Aathira K share her invaluable expertise on the development of link cost functions and link capacity models for mixed traffic networks, a subject that holds significant importance in the field of traffic assignment modeling. Dr. Aathira, your presentation has been really enlightening, rooted in the theory of shockwave analysis and the parameters of the mixed traffic fundamental diagram. Your work provides a critical pathway towards improving traffic management and infrastructure development, benefiting both the academic community and practical applications in urban planning and traffic engineering. We extend our sincere thanks to you for dedicating your time and sharing your knowledge with us. Your contribution to the TransPedia Research Talk series has been invaluable, and we look forward to future engagements where we can continue to learn and grow together. We would like to thank all the attendees for their participation. Your engagement has made this session vibrant and interactive. We are very much thankful to our director, Professor Samson Matthew, for his constant guidance and support in shaping this wonderful session. Once again, thank you, Dr. Aathira, for your exceptional contribution. We look forward to many more such enlightening sessions in the future. Thank you all and have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank the NATPAC, Director of NATPAC, Dr. Samson Matthew, also Mr. Vasudevan and Mr. Ashik, who coordinated with me and for giving this opportunity. I have been honored for having this opportunity to present one of my works through NATPAC. And this was my first talk since my PhD. So I'm really grateful and I'm really happy. Thank you very much. And the session was really helpful. I got really good questions and suggestions. And the questions are helping me to think more about and what in future can be done in this direction. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Aathira, you are always welcome to NATPAC.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, now we have, even though we are like a headquarters is at Toronto, we have office at Ernakulam. Probably when you are visiting our native place, probably you can visit it in Ernakulam office.
Okay.
Where Anila, Vasu and all it is sitting there.
Thank you very much, sir. I shall visit.
So you be in touch with our team so that we can have some collaborative projects. And
sure, sir.
my regards to Tom also now. I don't know whether he is in India, whether he is in India or he has gone somewhere.
He is in India. He is on leave, but he is in India.
Okay, fine. Okay, all the best. Thank you.
Sir.